You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Yes, good morning and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. It's that time of year again. We react, don't we, to the Premier League fixtures being announced. Liverpool, tough start. It's Chelsea away. How many people thought that? We knew obviously that we wouldn't have our first game at home this season, but it is Chelsea away at 4:30 on the 13th of August that Liverpool get underway. And on the 19th of May, we play Wolverhampton Wanderers at home. Some massive games in between all that though. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure that you are subscribing to the Kop TV if you have not already. And I want to know from you right now in the comments, what is your most look forward to fixture in the whole calendar as a Liverpool fan? What one have you got on your birthday, etc, etc. The key dates for the season though are as follows. We kick off against Chelsea. We play Bournemouth at home, the first home game at Anfield with the new Anfield Road stand. We then go to Newcastle away on the 26th, and then it's Villa at home and Wolves away, with West Ham at home, and then Tottenham away for our first 7 fixtures of the season. Don't forget, these are all subject to change. As we know, Liverpool are going to be playing a lot of games this season on Thursday and Sunday, which again is part of the way, isn't it, when you're in the old Europa League? But there you go. So the key dates for the season, let me run through them for you now. October the 21st will be the first Merseyside derby of the season at Anfield. We play Everton. March the 16th, we play Everton away. December the 16th, it's Manchester United at home. It's also Manchester United away on April the 6th. And then we first play Man City not until November the 25th. We play them away. And then on March the 9th, we play them at home. As I said, May the 19th is the final Premier League fixture date. And then February the 25th is the League Cup final. The FA Cup final is TBC on May the 25th. And of course, the Europa League final is May the 22nd next year in Dublin. Will Liverpool be in that? Let us know in the comments. But those are the key dates. A little bit of insight for you in terms of how these Premier League fixtures are compiled. If you want to hear more about that, go to DR Sports as well, where we've just covered it. But there is a supercomputer that compiles all of these games. It's an external company that the Premier League use to ensure no bias or anything like that within the calendar. And it goes on to say how obviously we know Liverpool and Everton can't play at home, Manchester United and City can't play at home, and whenever normally Liverpool will play Everton, they'll also do the Manchester derby in that game week as well, to avoid any pinch points, as they call them, in terms of rival fans meeting each other on the motorway, on trains, etc. But there are some where you just can't get around that, especially in London with all the teams down here. However, Chelsea away to start. How are we feeling about that? It will be Pochettino's first game as a Chelsea manager. It will be a new look team for Chelsea, obviously, as it is after every transfer window, but it will especially be a fairly new look team for Liverpool as well. What will the starting lineup be for that game? God only knows at this point, but it's a big start. If I'm really honest, not the start I wanted. It's a little bit of a difficult place to go. We haven't actually won at Chelsea for around 3 years now, but there's been so many draws. This one's got a 0-0 written all over it, really. First game of the season, Chelsea are going to sit back, be tight, and look to break us on the counter. But it's a tough start. If you look at Chelsea away, Bournemouth at home and Newcastle away, for the first 2 away games to be Chelsea and Newcastle, that is a tough start for Liverpool. But again, listen, there's another argument to say you've got to play all of these teams at some point, so it doesn't really matter what order they're in. But when you look at the first 3 away games being Chelsea, Newcastle and Wolves, I think last year we picked up 4 points out of those 3 away games. We lost away at Wolves, so definitely redemption to be made there as well. And then obviously the derby, the first one on the 21st of October. Really looking forward to playing Everton again, even though I would have preferred a season without them in the Premier League fixture list. But hey ho, there you go. So let us know how you're reacting. Again, looking looking at birthdays and stuff like that, we know that there's going to be a winter break in January this year, or next year I should say. That will be split between teams playing on the 13th and the 20th. Okay, so we'll play on the 13th of January. We then won't have a game, I think, till the 4th of February or the 3rd of February. So there will be a winter break. Let me know what you feel about that as well in the chat below. Make sure you send in all of your comments and let us know what games you are looking forward to the most. But as I said, we start off with Chelsea and we finish with Wolves at home in the Premier League. Where will we finish? Let us know in the chat right now. What position do Liverpool finish off in the Premier League this season? A couple of bits and bobs for you as well, just whilst we're here on transfers. We saw yesterday Newcastle bidding £50 million for Nicolo Barella from Inter Milan. Again, if Newcastle are bidding 50 mil for Barella, knowing that they can only spend 75 million due to FFP, then why aren't Liverpool in that race as well? We know we've been keeping an eye on Barella. Klopp has spoken about him. We know what a great player he is. But again, Inter Milan in a little bit of financial troubles themselves, so will they be looking to offload him? Also, interestingly enough, and again, this is brand new information, Mo Salah set to miss the following Premier League games due to his AFCON involvement from the 13th of Jan to the 11th of Feb. He will be missing, and again, this is massive, guys, Bournemouth away. Famously missed a penalty there last season. He'll be missing Chelsea at home. But guys, he'll also be missing Arsenal away. Which is a massive loss for Liverpool, that one, especially considering Mo's record against Arsenal home and away. But he'll also miss Burnley at home, so that's 4 Premier League games that he'll miss. Bournemouth away, Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, and Burnley at home as well. So Liverpool fans, what do you make of Mo Salah there, missing out on a few games in the Premier League due to his AFCON involvement? But back on to Barella. Do you think we should be now entering the race to sign Barella if Newcastle have laid down the hat of 50 million? I think we should be, and I do think we could get him if we add a little bit more on, and I think he would be worth it in terms of, you know, what he brings, his age, his experience. We've all been keeping a really keen eye on Barella. He's a real fighter in that midfield. So if you could combine him with a McAllister and then maybe a Kone as well, I think Liverpool fans would be absolutely over the moon with that. But yeah, if Newcastle are in the race, then we've got to throw our hat into the race as well for Barella. As we know, still no news really on Kone and Thuram. Which again we're hoping gets wrapped up sooner rather than later, but it's going to be around about 45 million as we know for Kone. He's also you know, been speaking to Schmadtke, who is one of the best men who can do a Bundesliga deal, really, when you think about it. But yeah, Liverpool still looking for midfielders, still looking for other players to come through. And of course, as anything happens on that, we will bring it to you first and foremost here on the Kop TV. So yeah, reacting to the Premier League fixtures, Chelsea first. Let me know how you feel about that one as well. And then obviously Wolves, the last day of the season, and everything else in between. The madness really does commence again as soon as the Premier League starts, and we can't wait for it, can we? So guys, make sure that you are liking the video, comment with your thoughts on the reaction to the fixture list, and of course subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I will be back tomorrow with more transfer news. Take care, we'll see you then.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.